Have you ever wondered what goes on behind the closed doors of a courtroom? From gruesome murders to shocking courtroom antics, these cases will send chills down your spine. Stick around as we delve into the chilling details of these cases, each more shocking than the last. At number 5, we have the bone-chilling case of Taylor Shabusness. This story is straight out of a horror movie. Taylor Shabusness was convicted of brutally murdering her ex-boyfriend, Shad Therian, after they consumed drugs. Their long-standing fantasy sexual relationship turned deadly when Shabusness choked Therian to death. But it didn't stop there. She went on to chop up his body, bathe in his blood, and scatter his organs around the basement like some twisted scavenger hunt. And all this happened in Therian's mother's house when she was away. Can you imagine the sheer horror for Shad's mom, stumbling upon her son's severed head in a bucket at home? It's the stuff nightmares are made of. And the courtroom drama? Unreal. Taylor even attacked her own defense during the trial. With all that craziness, it's no wonder the jury took just half an hour to slap her with a guilty verdict on every count. She's now serving life behind bars, putting an end to this tragic and disturbing saga. At number 4, get ready for a story that'll send shivers down your spine. Abel Gallegos got hit hard with a life sentence plus 163 years for kidnapping and murdering 28-year-old Simone Duran. Duran became a target after identifying Quintana in an attempted murder case. Then, on that fateful day in 2018, she was lured, kidnapped, shot 10 times, and set ablaze. Gallegos and his friend Quintana assaulted her and then drove her to a secluded spot where they shot her. They later returned to pour gasoline on her body and set it on fire. Gallegos, with his laundry list of convictions and parole screw-ups, faced the judgment from Judge Philip McNulty. The judge didn't mince words, slamming Gallegos for treating life like it's some kind of joke. So he's spending his days behind bars, never to see the light of day again. Coming in at number 3 is a brave move that didn't yield any results. Spencer Allen Boston walks into a Tennessee courtroom for a simple weed possession charge. But instead of playing it safe, he decides to be his own lawyer. Pretty gutsy move, right? Well, things took a wild turn when he started passionately arguing for marijuana legalization. The judge wasn't having any of it, though. Then, out of nowhere, Boston pulls out a joint and lights up. Can you believe it? Chaos erupts, with everyone trying to stop him. But he's on a mission. Unfortunately for him, his bold move lands him with even more charges. And guess what? He ends up with a 10-day sentence for his courtroom antics. Coming in at number 2 shows a case of a son who brutally murdered his parents and sister. So, back in June 2021, Cedar Rapids got hit with a shocker. Alexander Jackson, a guy who used to be seen as a stand-up Eagle Scout, ended up doing something straight out of a horror movie. He brutally shot his dad, mom, and sister. Initially, he planned a false narrative of an intruder breaking in and shooting him and a family member. However, evidence such as surveillance footage, palm prints on the murder weapon, and blood spatter analysis contradicted Jackson's story. During the trial, things just didn't add up in Jackson's story. Like, if he really got shot like he claimed, why didn't he even bother checking on his family when he called 911? And get this, the gun used had this special reloading deal that only someone who knew it well, like Jackson, could have pulled off. The whole motive behind it was just as messed up. Apparently, he was freaking out about possibly getting booted from his parents' place because of his lousy grades and money problems. This shows you that you never really know what someone's capable of, even when they seem squeaky clean. And finally, number 1 shows the heartbreaking case of Anthony Avalos. Heather Maxine Barron and Kareem Ernesto Leiva were convicted of first-degree murder in the tragic death of Anthony Avalos. The policy shift by Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon spared them from the death penalty. Instead, they got life sentences. And during the trial, it was just heartbreaking to hear the impact statements from Anthony's family. The pain and loss they described were just unimaginable. Anthony suffered such terrible abuse, and it's heartbreaking to think about it. Leiva was labeled as the main culprit, with Barron being seen as his partner in crime. They tried to claim that Anthony's injuries were self-inflicted, but the delayed 911 call spoke volumes about their intentions. Anthony's family had already sued the Department of Children and Family Services for ignoring abuse reports before his death. It really sheds light on the failures within the system to protect vulnerable children like Anthony. It's just tragic all around. What's your reaction to hearing about these shocking courtroom moments? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.